Hey, what's up everybody? Jake here and welcome to the hobby. We have good news and bad news, which just seems to be the case right now in the hobby, is that every piece of good news seems to come with bad news. I'm just going to say this one is just really good news, which is we are getting an immediate restock of Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade, and Paldean Fates. This restock is happening immediately, which means if you go onto a lot of different online card shops and if you go visit your local card store in the next couple of weeks, you can expect to see more Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade, and Paldean Fates available on pretty much any platform that sells Pokemon cards, which is just really good news. The bad news is that this restock is not related to the announcement that the Pokemon Company made on January 15th that they are printing more products. The Pokemon Company acknowledged that there is a shortage of Pokemon cards and that they are going to be reprinting more products available soon. Their definition of soon is probably not the same as yours. I'm gonna let you know by soon, they mean 6 to 9 months. I'm going to let you be honest right now and say, by their definition of soon, they mean products will be more available in 6 to 9 months. They don't mean that in the next couple of weeks or anytime in the near future. These restocks were already in the works a long time ago. Most card shops and most card stores already knew that we were getting a wave 2 of Surging Sparks in Q1 of 2025. From the release of Surging Sparks way back in November, October, we already knew that we were going to get a wave 2 of Surging Sparks, and that is this wave 2. The unfortunate news is that I felt like I already told you guys bad news, so the unfortunate news is that prices are going to remain high for Surging Sparks and Twilight Masquerade. This is an experiment on the most recent restock, right? A lot of people are going to be watching this and they're saying, oh, here it is. A restock is happening. Prices on these products should drop. And I am going to be honest with you, I don't expect a large drop on the prices on these cards. In fact, if you look at it right now, Surging Spark just saw the tiniest bit of drop from this recent new. It went from $260 down to $256. And the reason it didn't drop significantly, even though there is a large restock coming, is because the distributors are pricing this restock significantly closer to market price than normal. What that means is that most card shops are able to purchase Surging Sparks booster boxes from distributors at $200 a booster box. They are buying it from distributors for $200. Twilight Masquerade, stores are buying restocks of Twilight Masquerade at $160 per booster box. Exorbitantly higher than what they normally would. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I was a card shop, I would not be happy to be pre-ordering or ordering more Surging Sparks at $200 because my margins are still razor thin, right? Because if I pre-order these at $200, I'm probably going to be selling them in my card shop at $240. And I'm going to be honest, if someone's walking into my store and they see a Surging Sparks booster box for $240, they get it. And they might buy it, but they're not going to be happy. And I'm not happy either because the margins are still razor thin for me as a card shop. You know, I'm not happy pre-ordering these at $200 because I'm not making any more money. The margins are still the same, right? It's the same as if I was ordering these restocks at $100 a booster box and pricing them at $120 a box. You guys see what I mean? It's the exact same margin, but I'm taking significantly more of the risk now that these booster boxes are $200. So that's why I don't think card shops are going to be happy. So the immediate restock of Surging Sparks and Twilight Masquerade is $200 a booster box for Surging Sparks and $160 for Twilight Masquerade. And if you're curious what platform I'm currently using to track this data, I am currently using the Collector app, which is also the sponsor of today's video. If you haven't checked them out already, please check out the Collector app. They are a fantastic service that allows you to keep track of your whole entire collection. A lot of other really awesome collectors also use the Collector app to track their collection. They allow you to keep track of pretty much every single trading cards from Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Lorcana, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it, and you can track your cards on Collector. They have both sealed products as well as singles, and you can absolutely see my whole entire collection. It's absolutely wild seeing this number. Can't believe it, because my whole entire collection was worth, I think, around like $114,000 just a couple of months ago. So it's crazy to think it's currently valued 180. That really shows you how inflated the prices on recent cards and collectibles has been for the Pokemon hype. The collector app allows you to keep track of everything in one place. You can even see the prices on your Pokemon cards and make a decision whether you want to add them to your collection or not. You can see historical prices on this Scream Eevee card. You can see how quickly it's popped off in recent news. So everything is completely available to every single collector on the collector app. Check them out today. They are available on the Apple Store. They are available on the Android Play Store, and they are available online. It's super easy to use, and trust me, it's absolutely worth it. Check them out today and you won't regret it. So what is going to happen to these products? I think the prices on these are going to remain high. Searching Sparks booster boxes, Twilight Masquerade booster boxes, and Paldean Fates products are still going to be very, very expensive. A lot of people are going to point to this and say, oh, look at that. Scalpers are going to buy up everything and prices will never drop. We just had a restock on Searching Sparks, which is happening right now, and prices aren't budging. This is like the first wave at the very top. So distributors are absolutely milking this hype of Pokemon cards for every single dollars that they can. As much as I dislike it, I understand why they're doing it because they're trying to maximize their profit. So they're just saying like, hey, why are we selling these to card shops for $100 when card shops can sell them for $260? So pretty much prices have doubled for Pokemon cards, but at the end of the day, card shops are still making the same amount of money, which is really, really unfortunate. I think most card shops would be lucky to get just a couple of booster box cases of any of these restocks. These are not the large restocks that we were expecting, right? If you're wondering, this is not happening anytime soon. The Pokemon Company has just started this print run. Right here, from the time of this announcement, from January 15th, it's currently mid-March right now as the time of this video. And I think the Pokemon Company may have just started cranking the print factories for this announcement. This announcement was 2 months ago, and they have just started planning the reprints and restocks, okay? You gotta understand how incredibly slow it is when anything is announced. That this restock was planned literally 6 months ago, and it's happening right now. This restock of Twilight Masquerade was planned 7 or 8 months ago, and it's happening right now. And Paldean Fates should have had a restock probably 6 months ago, and it's happening right now. So things happen very, very slowly at the Pokemon Company, but prices on a lot of different cards are starting to drop right now. If I look at the prices on the Mew EX, the Bubble Mew EX, you can see prices are starting to dip. And I think this is directly tied to this restock. A lot of stores got pre-order numbers for Paldean Fates a couple of weeks ago, and that may be related to why it's currently dipping, is that if a lot of places start having news of this Paldean Fates restock, prices are going to slowly start to dip. We really don't know how large it is yet. I don't know how many products every single store is going to get. I don't even think most stores know their exact numbers yet. Some stores only know their exact numbers days before they actually get the products, which is absolutely wild, because how are you able to budget and do your business? Owning a Pokemon card shop is honestly just super, super risky. And if you have one, it's probably a labor of love rather than a labor of money, right? I'm going to be honest, most card shops owners they're doing good right now, but it's not a fantastic business to be in. A lot of card stores actually go out of business. It's a very cutthroat business. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in the hobby. You need to know the right people, you need to have the right connections, and you need to be very lucky to have everything go your way to be even just a little bit successful in this hobby. It is not easy at all. Umbreon VMAX. Another card that's definitely seeing a little bit of price dip. A lot of cards are seeing similar. I'm just using a couple of cards like the Bubble Mew and the Umbreon VMAX because those are cards that everyone's looking out for, and those are seeing immediately some price drops. So the market is absolutely cooling down a little bit. The other card I want to look at, the Drowsy, because I went to a recent card show and my live stream told me to pick up a couple of copies of this Drowsy. Why'd you guys tell me to do that? Obviously, I didn't have to listen to them, but I wanted to listen to the chat just to see if they were making the right calls. And in this scenario, that was not the right call because obviously I predicted this, is that it's going to spike up in value, and anyone who has this card should probably have sold it at 80 bucks because it's going to dip very quickly. Because obviously when a card goes from being 15 bucks to $80, you should probably sell it at $80. And you might be saying like, oh, shouldn't a collector always collect cards and never sell cards? I would say, well, you could sell this $15 card for $80 and you can now spend $80 to pick up a bunch more cool Pokemon cards, right? Let's say you have 2 cards that you really, really want to pull inside of Prismatic Evolutions, right? You really want to pull Sylveon EX and you really want to pull the Umbreon EX. In this case, even if the card that you want is the Sylveon EX, logistically, it's still better. Intuitively, it's still better that you pull the Umbreon EX because you can just sell the Umbreon EX and buy yourself the Sylveon EX, right? That's the scenario set. Even if you want these 2 cards, even if you want the Sylveon EX more than the Umbreon EX, it's still better if you pull the Umbreon EX, just sell the Umbreon EX and buy the Sylveon EX. I know that's just super like pure logic based and we're removing all the humanity from the equation, right? Because obviously if you really want the Sylveon EX, you still want to be the person to pull it and there's a magic to that moment. And definitely the reprint and restock of Surging Sparks and Twilight Masquerade and Paldean Fates is going to have an impact. It's just not going to have as large of an impact immediately as we want. So that was the purpose of today's video, was that to announce and let you guys know to expect more products of these sets. And I do think that is good news. The bad news is that this restock is not related to the Pokemon Company's announcement of more products are coming. And this real announcement won't have impact until months down the line. It takes a ridiculously long time from the point that they make the announcement to the point where it gets to your hand. It takes an insane amount of time, like 6 to 9 months realistically before any of this occurs. So yeah, definitely check out the collector app. Let them know that Jake sent you. Check it out today and track your collection on their website. This has been today's video talking about the recent restocks. Let me know what your thoughts are. Drop a comment down below. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, still don't have a Pikachu EX. Still don't have a Latias EX. Maybe someday, hopefully this Surging Sparks restock will make a dent on some of these card prices and all. Jake will finally be able to pick some up.